Hey there, everybody. It's been a moment. it's been a minute. I'm in the last set of videos that I did manage to record and upload to you all. I mentioned I would try to do a very brief kind of where I've been, why things are moving at such an extraordinarily slow speed, and I'm gonna try to do that. It's very convenient, specifically today, that I actually got around to doing this, but with any luck, I can at least bring up what's been going on, and that I'm not vanishing forever. I'm very bad at that. Usually when something goes wrong and I'm just not all there to, actually pick stuff back up and record, I literally just fucking phase off the earth. And I always feel terrible about it. So this time, it's pretty late, but I have some updates. For starters, I will be trying, hopefully very soon, to get some videos out. It may not be immediately picking up everything I just left off, but it should hopefully be coming out, and then hopefully I will continue everything else because I really want to get to those. So there's the brief little thing on that. And when I do pick up, I want it to try to get back to like 2 videos a week, but I might be kind on myself and more like one video a week. We'll see. If I have a really good energy day, I might record 4 things again all in a row, and I just have them for you, but I might even then sparingly put them out once a week, so that way all of that. Patreon is moving to some videos you can join for free. You'll have the full uncut, everything good there, and then other stuff, it will be the very bare minimum. I think I have it set to $2, but that stuff. Patreon's been needing some work, so there's that. I do, like, a lot of stuff has been going on. The only thing I kept up with is streaming. And even that, I don't know if I can completely say kept up with, because there's like about every so often, because I stream for long hours, I stream a few days in a week, and then I take about a week and a half off. But that's, again, just typically I'm still keeping up with Genshin and keeping up with Star Rail, and I usually sit down and stream the whole thing all the way through. So, you can find me there all the time, but it leads to a lot of breaks. Being on camera right now is nerve-wracking. I don't usually do that over on my Twitch. So when I go through these episodes of not doing reactions, I start hating the camera a lot. But yeah, so last year was terrible for a lot of things. And this day in particular, you'll see I put a community post last year, and a lot of you may not have known. I think I was very brief on it. I didn't go into detail, but if you followed along the videos in March, especially early March, you probably have more context to what the community post was about. I lost my dad. So, that was a thing. There was a bunch of other things going on that happened, but that was a big one. And I would say that was your first little strike of something not quite going good, falling into place. A lot of that was happening during my season 2 Hanako reactions, so there was a lot of moments where I think I apologized for being like extra emotional. Like people on my second channel, if they watch the Amphorius 3.0 to 3.2, just about 3.2. You know, I'll mention, like, there's some phrases that just get me, and I also briefly, I'm sorry, you know, everything's just touchy, and so that's kind of how it's been, and, you know, I'm still in that, like, just what the fuck, like, type state. A lot of other things happened, that just added to the stress levels and just anxiety for the year that, yeah, it really affected how much I wanted to be on camera, how much I even wanted to do anything, really, because the only thing I could get myself to do was really play Star Rail when the new patch came out, because I wasn't even touching Genshin. And if you were a person who found this through, like, my second channel, or even for a brief moment checked my Twitch, you would know I basically played Genshin almost every day, since I started it, like, 4 years ago? 4.5 years ago? And so, yeah, it cut that. I missed, like, 2 patches worth of things because I just could not. I was, no. The only thing I committed to was Star Rail. That was, like, I'm going to sit down, pass the time before I go back to the stress that was the hospital. And, you know, I was supposed to relax, but then Xiaoji hit us with Amphorius, and so I wouldn't say I relaxed, but it was a different fucking, you know, it was a different space. And, yeah, I apologize, because that greatly affected you guys. You didn't get stuff that I really want. I feel guilty. Okay, this is part of it. I always feel guilty when I can't get stuff to you guys. And so when I watch things, I'm like, I could be getting stuff out for you. I should be recording something. I should, you know, do this and then. Which leads me to just not watch things. It happens with games too sometimes. It's a really bad thing that I've been trying to get over and kind of fight a bit ever since I started the YouTube, like, pretty consistently. So back in 2018. You know, some days I succeed, others I don't. But yeah, that's kind of just very brief explanation of what's been going on and why you don't see me so frequently. Like, my last video was the first day of this fucking year. And yeah, with any luck, I should get something out before the end of this month. With any luck, more than one thing out before the end of this month. But if not, as much as March is going to have its own unique, touchy day, I should hopefully, you know, be picking up, even if it's slow. I just want you guys to have something rather than, you know, constantly check in and nothing. Just crickets out here. But yeah, if you ever have questions, or, you know, maybe, let's say I did have a good energy day, so I recorded a bunch, but now I need to, you know, sift through it, edit it, do all this other fun stuff. You could always, if you see that I'm live over on Twitch, you can ask, and I can give you a little brief update. Though, depending on what I'm doing, if, you know, when I'm playing story stuff, I do pay attention to chat. I do typically respond, but I may not immediately, and then it depends. We'll have to see what's happening in the moment. Though, if you see me playing Overwatch, gladly ask. I don't mind, unless it's a stressful, like, intense moment. I do respond to chat a lot more if it's not a story-based thing that I'm reacting to, taking in, and recording type of deal. But, yeah, so I just wanted to give a little bit more of a detailed thing on what's been happening, what's going on, and I hope to get back to you guys a lot more, because what started this was fun for me, you know. It was this funny thing that even I could just now have the videos of my reactions, my responses, and go back. Recently, I went back to my RWBY Volume 9, Episode 8, so Chapter 8, and man, was I devastated. I laughed, but it was still traumatic. But yeah, so I want to get back to that, because it's fun. It is. But anyways, if you have any suggestions, I'm not going to be promising to get to anything new currently, but if you have suggestions for things you want to maybe see in the future, please let me know down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'm sorry it took forever to fucking record this. I don't know. It's really hard to explain when I don't even understand it myself. But yeah, till next time, guys. Bye-bye.